How's everyone doing today? Not fully set up yet, but I'm really close. I didn't want to be late though. I figured 1 minute of setting up during the stream would be fine, but being late would not be fine. Uh, I do have all the orders laid out. I only put 20 ETBs up, and let me get the live chat up. I put 20 ETBs up. I think maybe 12-ish have been ordered so far, so there should still be some on the website. Link is in the description if anyone's interested. We'll see how long I'm gonna go. I definitely can't go past 4. I definitely need to be done by 4, but we'll see how we're rolling. I want to get through 10 and then just see if it takes an hour to get through 10. Maybe I can pop 5 or 10 more up, but I definitely don't want to put up more than I can open live during this stream. Usually I have the live chat open by now. It's weird talking without any kind of feedback. No live chat, no nothing. Am I coming through the right mic? I am coming through the right mic. It almost sounded like it sounded a little weird, but I guess my voice is just a little weird. We got Ponga in here. Dan, buy me an ETB. Golden Boy ETB. Let me get the live chat popped out so I can highlight your guys' crazy messages. Almost done. But yeah, first order of the day goes to none other than BB. Let's see if BB is in chat. BB is in chat. So BB saw that Instagram story post and hopped right in there, grabbed 2 ETBs. I'm rooting for everyone today, but I'm rooting for BB just a little bit more. Because he got that first order in. So let's see how we make out. I actually Mr. Walrus says, "Is your kid safe? You shouldn't be live." Today is my last day. Today is my last day of having. I did have Pokeflips yesterday. I do have this live today. My sister starts her new job Monday. So starting Monday officially, my schedule is going to get a little bit tougher. It's going to be a little bit like, when will my live streams be? There'll be the weeks that Pokeflips is not. Pokeflips is moving to Fridays. Maybe my live streams will be Fridays too. I do have some family members who work like Monday through Thursday. They work like 4/10s instead of 5/8s. So I've gotten commitment mostly out of every other week. But yeah, anyways, all things that you guys don't need to be bored with. I'm gonna get into ripping Pokemon very soon. I just want to get my my country music set up that hopefully you guys don't end up hearing at the end of the stream. I need to make sure my end stream button doesn't betray me today, as it has a couple times. Okay, music setup. We're gonna get going. I've actually I opened 151 ETB with my kids last night, and quality was not like auto 10 on everything. Quality wasn't that bad though. Little bit of white dots here and there. No real print lines to speak of. We can look at our first couple and see how it goes, I guess. I mean, I guess a lot have already been bought. People just YOLOing it. But if people are worried about how conditions are going to look, I guess we'll find out as we go. I didn't prep. I think I've mentioned before I was going to prep by doing all the breaking down of the ETBs. Off camera. Unfortunately, I did not do that preparation. Sorry, I just got to send a message quick. Okay, good to go. The 2 ETBs. What I'm gonna do, as I've done the past several streams, it is I might need to zoom out some. I might need to. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. I don't know. But I'm doing hits only. I'm doing hits only as I've been. I'm gonna try to be good and break down these ETBs as I go. Otherwise, I'm gonna be buried in here. Hits only, you get hollows and above, and you also do get your nice Snorlax promo. So you won't be getting all the code, all the bulky stuff. I need to do something with all that because I've just been like stockpiling it, not intentionally. Just I've not made a listing for that stuff yet from the last few sets. So BB, we got your nice fresh 2 ETBs, hopefully juiced with all kinds of hits. We'll see how we make out. The hollow energies are pretty cool. Sorry, my chair's caught up in my sometimes my dog's down here with me, and there's a dog bed right next to my chair. My chair was caught up in the dog bed. I do have penny sleeves. I do have card savers if we get any big bangers. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Your 2 Snorlaxes are going. We'll get BB on screen. We got the packs on screen. Let's get right into it. Dan waiting for his kid to mess up. I don't have my garbage in an ideal spot. There we go. Now it's better. Dan waiting for his kid to mess up so he can place her in timeout for 2 hours so he can stream. Oh, that's funny. Gotta love the Pikachu. I'm going to set aside Pikachu for her since we're talking about her. We got a Starmie Hollow. That is a hit. Hollow Energies. Is every pack a Hollow Energy? I was not planning on counting Hollow Energies as hits, especially if they're in every pack. Let me see. As far as the quality being the new normal, it probably is. The Hollow Energies aren't in every pack. I guess I can give you guys your Hollow Energies. I'm not going to make a listing for them. So, you got a Psyduck. I will sleeve like all the art rares and everything. I will card saver any of the alt arts, any of the bigger hits. May your cards be clean and your print lines not existent. Yeah, Retro says, dang man, seems like that's just the new normal for English and Japanese. They don't seem to be stopping to make an effort to clean quality up. Why would they, to be fair? The people aren't demanding it. The people are voting with their wallets that this is fine. So, like, why would you step up quality? That's a completely valid argument to me. Kind of frustrating, but what are you going to do? People want 9.7 billion cards, and they don't care if there's some whitening and some print lines and things of that nature. So I did open 1 ETB last night. As I mentioned, Charizard's definitely a hit. All the EXs, all the alt arts, all the good stuff. I am giving the basic hollow energies too. But my son last night actually hit my son hit an Erica's Invitation alt art. This was already card savored. This was not pulled. A little bit risky pulling that on screen during the opening of a thing, right? But I swear that one's mine from last night. No funny business going on here. It's been a busy week, though. It's been a hectic week getting back from Charlotte Collecticon. Charlotte Collecticon was an absolute blast. I've been having a good time listening to all the recaps. I always love the recaps. I listened to the Slab podcast. They talked about it a little bit. I listened to Java last night. I listened to PK last night. I finished up both those this morning. There we go, Mute EX. Actually, Java's that I'd not finished yet. I think I caught the last hour of his live, and I caught the last 45 minutes of PK's live. I finished PK's this morning. Java's I still have to finish. I think some light editing was going on before he could post that back up. But really, really enjoy getting back, catching up, and then being able to listen to all the recaps. I did do kind of we called it a Charlotte recap, and then we didn't recap Charlotte much. Me, Nick, and Zach yesterday. There's another Pikachu I'm going to set aside for my kids. But we didn't recap Charlotte much, actually, in hindsight. We talked about where the chat led us. There wasn't too many questions pertaining to Charlotte directly. So, here we go. Oh, there we go. We got the Charizard EX. I don't have the air horn ready because I am listening to the music. I will card saver. Let me They're down here. Let me get the card savers up on the desk, ready to go. I have no idea what that goes for, but it is a big fiery dragon. It's got to be expensive. Let's get him card savered. How's it going, Mason? Oh, did I just miss a hollow energy? Every CAC, we sold stuff, we drank, we had dinner. That's what I was getting to. I will do a full recap. I think what I'm going to do for the people... Did I actually miss a hollow energy? I did miss a hollow energy. I need to be better. I just gave someone a code. I missed multiple hollow energies. I promise I will get better at this as we go. Holy, there's a lot of hollow energies in this set. I wonder what your odds of a hollow energy are. Judging by just that, what do we have, like 5? They might be like 1 in 3 packs, which I guess would make sense, right? That's what the hit rate is of a normal card. So there should be 6 or 7 hollow energies for someone buying 2 ETBs, if I had to guess. Apologies, Brandon, for trying to steal. Yeah, Brandon says you missed multiple. Not trying to end up highlighted on any channels out there. I think I went back and got all the hollow energies though. But yeah, Charlotte was a blast. Ooh, double banger pack. There we go. We got Retro's Charisma and we got an Arbox EX. I think the way I'm going to structure my recap video, I'm going to do a recap video for Monday. I'm going to go over, like, initially, I'm going to do conventions. So I'll do all the conventions, all the pro tips for a convention, all the things that sold for me, the things that I was asked about, the things that I picked up. I think that has more broad appeal, but I think there is a decent amount of appeal for hearing about, like, this is the bar we went to, this is who I got to meet, this is who I hung out with. I like talking about that stuff. And I think that there's some demand for hearing about it. This song is really loud. I had to turn my music down. That song got really loud. Yeah, so I'll break my video into two segments, 2 distinct segments. Will be like, one is like business, convention, all that stuff, talking about some people that I met at the convention, and then all the degeneracy, all the this is what went on outside of the convention walls will be like the second half. And I will go through just like, I'll probably go catch 'em all collectibles, presentation style. I'll probably go PowerPoint style, throw up some pictures. I'm not a picture guy. I'm not a vlog guy, a video guy, but some people took some great pictures. So I'll just kind of like show who was hanging out where. There's another energy. And yeah, it'll be a fun video to make. It's probably going to be like an hour long. I know PK's live was like 2 hours. I think an hour and a half of PK's live was just talking about the whole weekend. And I don't know if he had like bullet points or something, but he has a better memory than me. I kind of took some notes while I was listening to PK and Java talk. Like, oh yeah, I better talk about this. I better talk about that. So thanks, BB. You got 2 card savered cards. You got your 2 Snorlaxes. And then you got a nice batch of hollow energies. You got the Arbok EX. You got the Mew EX. You got the Psyduck AR. Only one. What are we calling them? ARs, right? You got only 1 AR, which feels low for 2 ETBs, but I really don't have a good feel. I did get an alt art last night in the ETB that I opened with the family, but I won't put it right on your. I'll put it on a card saver. So there's BB's stack. Thanks for the purchase. And for anyone that is contemplating buying one, you can hang out, no pressure whatsoever to buy an ETB. Everyone here is welcome to hang out, obviously. But if anyone's curious of pricing, I went with 45. So if you get 2, it'll be 90, shipped for free. I have my store set up so that under 50, it's $5 shipping. So if you want 1, it's shipped for 50, all into the US. If you want 2, it's shipped for 90, all into the US. And that's hits only, as I always do. It's less like not trying to give you value or trying to like hoard value for myself. It's way more just for shipping. 99% of what I sell is single slabs. And when I ship the hits only, this ships just like a slab. I don't have the boxes and stuff to ship all this bulk. And most people, like I've talked I think I did a poll at one point. Most people don't want all their bulk even. Most people don't want all those 1 cent cards they have to hoard up and then bulk out the Troll and Toad or whoever. So yeah, it is hits only. It's 50 for one. Brad actually, Brad was in my DMs. He's like, come on, man, you're going to charge me $5 shipping? And I'm like, not if you buy 2, only if you buy 1. So there is a free shipping option there. You just have to buy 2. I was going to go 50, but I'm like, let me go 45. It'll become 50 if they just take 1. And then if they want 2, it'll be, if you want 2, if you want 5, whatever, it'll be 45 each, all in. AR hard pull rates in English, 3 to 4 in a box in Japanese. We did actually open, my family and I, we opened a 151 booster box last night that Rusty, always way too kind and generous, uncomfortably generous. I need to send him a very nice gift basket or something, as I did last year. But he actually sent us home with a 151 booster box. And I opened that. I cannot sell a gift. I cannot. So a bunch of hits got added to my children's binders last night from that box. But it was fun. It was cool to open back-to-back Hollow Energies. It was cool to open side by side, the English and the Japanese, and we definitely had better overall hits. I mean, until the alt art came out, but the alt art is not going to be in every ETB. We had pretty decent hits in both boxes, though. There we go. We got Daisy's Help. Nice hit there. Ray trying to be nice. I hold grudges. I don't know. I don't know if this is like the alt art or if this is the regular full art, but I'm going to sleeve it just in case. I'm going to card saver it just in case. Oh yeah, Brad did win 20 off me on the Jets, so him complaining about $5 shipping after winning 20 off me on the Jets, it's like, come on, Brad, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, God packs exist. I forgot about that. Avarashi says God pack when. Let's leave that on the screen as we pull a God pack for order 1175I. So while you're watching, order number is here. First initials there. If I know who you are, which I do know who this one is by their name. A lot of people don't want their whole name put out there, so I'm just gonna put like first initial. There we go, Kangaskhan EX. If it's like I know Thrifty bought one, I'm gonna write Thrifty later. I'm not gonna write her government name. A lot of people don't want their government names out there. I'm gonna do order number and then first initial. Unless I know your name in the chat, then I'll do your name in the chat too. Like I know Brad G bought one, so I just put BG. Appreciate you, Beerski. Like, oh, I see my subscriber count is way off. There we go. My subscriber count is centered now in the frame. 3977. I doubt we could do it. How many viewers do we have? We have 49 watching. If we can get to 4K, so if we can get 23, almost everyone watching is probably already subscribed. If we can get to 4K, I'll go over to Shopify. I'll generate 2 $50 coupon codes, and I'll give away 2 ETBs if we can get 23. I almost never get 23 subscribers in a day. So that's valid. That's valid up until, let's say like 3 o'clock. That's valid up until. If we can get 23 subscribers, I'll throw out 2 free $50 gift card codes in the chat for people that have free ETBs. 23 subscribers in a day is a massive day for me. I think I just saw red. I just saw we went to 0. Hopefully I'm not lagging too much. Oh, there we go. Not a God pack, but let's go. That's my first Charizard. Look at that. It's a Hollow Energy and a Charizard pack. Let me very carefully get this guy into a sleeve. So I've not yet held this card. I've not yet pulled it. I mentioned that I was going to look condition-wise. I hope my head's not under the camera. Condition-wise, it's pretty clean. It's a little off-center. My lighting is very different when I'm looking for like pre-grading cards. My stream lighting has a light in my face right here and a light in my face right there. I cannot see amazingly well, to be honest, but it doesn't look half bad. That's another thing I should mention. I will be shipping. If I end before 3:30, I'll ship today. More likely, I'll probably run till around 3:30, maybe towards 4. I'll definitely ship tomorrow, though, at the latest. So these will go out USPS, Ground Advantage. First thing tomorrow. Oh, that was last pack magic too. I didn't even realize. That was last pack magic for order 1175. Congrats. I don't know if he's in chat. I don't think I saw him in chat. Let me catch up on chat. This is not 1080p. This is 720p. My DSL will only allow me to upload in 720p, so I apologize for that. But that's just what we've got. So congrats. I accidentally grabbed the next order with this order. So now we got B for 1 ETB. Let's see what we're gonna get for B. Get the next ETB up. That was not Brad's box. Brad is later on. Brad's trying to steal stuff. Boom, drop the mic, you're done. Yeah, we got the big hitter. I mean, there's an Erica Altar. There's other stuff to chase. Hopefully we can get multiple Zards. Maybe that'll be my short for later today. I'm gonna borrow Eyes card and make a nice little short out of the Charizard. Because you gotta have the content. Yeah, there's no streaming in 1080p from this location, unfortunately. Not for now, at least. Maybe someday Spectrum will run down my thing, but yeah, I bought Bojangles for my section, and then Brad could smell it from a mile away. He's just like wandering over. Oh, you guys got Bojangles? Could I have me some of that? Shout out to Thrifty. Shout out to Thrifty for that. I'm like, hey, I don't really want to move or leave. If I pay for lunch, can you go grab it? So Thrifty, the real MVP, went and facilitated the delivery of the food. I mean, I did the easy part. I just threw her a $100 bill. There we go. Squirtle art rare. I'm gonna card saver that bad boy. I might have to Sharpie one of these up and make a nice Squirtle squad for myself. Not with one of yours. But yeah, Retro Charlotte, you missed out. I think a lot of people did really well in Charlotte. I know I did well. I know looking across the way, kitty corner to Mason. Mason was killing it the whole time. I picked up a couple plushies for my kids as souvenirs. Retro, you should have came. There was a lot of money flowing around that convention. I know Java. I watched Java's live last night. He's doing the full transparency thing, which I love. I think he did like 7,800 in sales. He said a lot of it was the light EX era packs. Ooh, we got something going on here. I can see it down there. I can see it. Or the surprise. There we go. Zapdos EX full art. This is a fun set though. This is a fun set. Obviously we did Japanese 151. Was that in July? I don't remember when Japanese 151 came out, but I definitely did a stream for it. I bought a couple cases and I streamed it in either July or August. Friday night was awesome. Wasn't Swami's house level, but it was a great time still. Yeah, Friday night was in that bar playing darts, playing bocce, hanging out, having beers. The beers were good. The selection was amazing. I think I was drinking like number 34 or number 36, which that was like the quantity of tap selection they had. Just absolutely crazy. The places that I go to around me are like, yeah, they've got like 4 to 10 beers on tap. What they've got is what they got, but that place had a lot of selection, which was nice. Golem EX. All set on CAC till they do Seattle. Glad y'all did well, though. Mason taking a shot was a surprise Friday night for sure. Vandy. So I teamed up with Ivy, and Vandy teamed up with Basic. I'm like freakishly tall. So in darts, you have to stand with your foot like on or behind the line. You can lean, and I was lean and decent. I usually do well in darts. I actually have a couple of buddies who play in like dart leagues. And occasionally I'll just play with them. And I'm like, I usually run right with them without any practice. I did terrible. I could not hit the bullseye. Like we were playing, I forget what it's even called. We were playing where you got to get 3 of each, 15 through 20. I think I was doing like what would happen was both games. I think we only played 2 games. Both games, Ivy and I would run out to a lead because I would be picking off like the individual numbers, and then it came down to the bullseyes, and they'd win every time. Like we couldn't close a game. Yeah, triple IPAs. I was never stepping over the line, Brad. You can say like just stick to reality, Brad. You can trash me alone like enough with reality alone, then Brad's always got to take it to the next level. uh Cricket, that's right. Yeah, we were playing cricket. DNA says quotes, I have a few buddies who play in darts leagues. Is that like a bad thing? Is that not a thing? Is that just a deep in the woods thing? I don't know. I feel like I'm being picked on for that. I mean, I'm not in them, but I have friends who are in them. So we got 2 hollow energies that time. We got the art rare and the full art. Feel like a pretty decent ETB there. Number 1176. On to number 1177. Dan steps over the line when bowling too. Bowling is fun. My son actually really enjoyed it the last couple times we went. But I'm not very good at bowling. I think my high game in college, just like out of nowhere, we used to go down the hill from where I went to college. There was just this bowling alley, and they used to have pretty good specials different nights for college kids. And they'd entice us down there with cheap beer. We'd pregame it. We'd have a couple beers there. Very, very like feeling very good in bowling. I bowled like a 2, what was it? Like a 209 out of absolutely nowhere. It was like I bowled like a 120, a 209, a 130. Like I feel like my average game is in the low mid 100s. And then just out of nowhere, like all I could throw were strikes. And I was like the perfect amount of drunk. And then I got too drunk. Wasn't drunk enough. Bowled a 120. Perfect amount of drunk, 209. And then 200s will likely never be seen again. But yeah, that game was nuts. Bowling's a good time though. I mean, any sport you can do while having a beer in your hand for the majority of it. I'm all about it. Very loosely defined sport, probably, when you think all things considered. So yeah, this is number 1177. We've got A here. Dan was using the bumpers to get more stores. When I bowled with my kids, we actually had the bumpers up. There we go. Giovanni's charisma. When I bowled with my kids, we had the bumpers up, and then sometimes I was just like throwing off the bumpers, trying to do some like trick shots for fun. But no, my 209 or whatever, I believe it was 209, was an unassisted true 209. Never to be replicated. When you bowl a 209, you don't get a 209 with bumpers. Like there's no way. There's that requires a lot of strikes. I mean, I guess you can get a strike off the bumper, but oh, I don't need to sleep that one. I feel like we're getting a good diversity of hits. We need more of the art rares though. The art rares are definitely a bit less frequent than I would have guessed. Oh, there we go. We got the alt art that my son pulled last night. We got Erica's Invitation. I will definitely card saver that one up. Oh no, wait. That's a different one. I think my son pulled the alt art and this is the regular one. I think this is the regular full art, right? I'm not even positive. I imagine Dan having the same bowling technique as Fred Flintstone. I don't do a curveball or anything. I throw a straight ball. I come in, anyone knows bowling, the arrows on the ground. I come in like 2 or 2.5 arrows, and there's just a certain arrow I shoot for. Straight shot from the right side towards the middle. Nothing fancy, and it doesn't work out too well. I get a heavy ball, and I try to throw it fast. And at some point, my age will catch up with me, and I'll end up throwing my arm out or something. But I just take a 16-pound ball, and I try to chuck it. I try to just brute force those pins down. Thoughts on Pokemon becoming Weiss? If Pokemon's becoming Weiss, there's still a long ways to go from some of the cards that I've seen. So There's a lot of room between this and what goes on in Weiss, from what I've seen. Seems kind of odd that you pulled the best card. Hey, it was my son. I mean, went and do an ETB. I'm sure we'll pull it today. I mean, 20, 30 ETBs. Hopefully we'll pull it. Hollow Energy. There we go. Ivysaur, Art Rare. It is Art Rares, right? Trainer Galleries and stuff was Crown Zenith. I believe these ones are Art Rares now, we're calling them. Let's look at this one again, though. We haven't looked at any. I need to look at it off screen. So front is like pretty clean. Back. These cards are pretty clean. These cards are cleaner than Scarlet and Violet and Paldea Evolved Obsidian Flames. I would say. Like, I didn't open a ton. But so far, preliminary results that I'm seeing is that these are cleaner, I think. So here we go. We got Giovanni's Charisma. We got Erica's Invitation. We got a few Hollow Energies. We got a Zapdos EX. Seems like a pretty good box there. We got the Snorlax promo. Okay, now we're going into 2. We got 1178 for S. 1178. I better take care of my bulk pile before it takes care of itself. I got my nice 5-row over here on the side off camera. So we got 2 ETBs for S. We're moving at a pretty decent pace. I think we're 4 ETBs in. So we should be doing like 10 ETBs an hour. Maybe I'll get to 30. I should almost definitely be able to get to 25. Charizard's the clear most expensive out of the gate. Almost double Erica. Wow. Nice. See, Ponga trying to accuse me of something. I didn't even pull the best card last night. That Charizard looked pretty decent too. Didn't look as bulletproof as like Celebrations. But it looked pretty clean. I should have had a box for all these sleeves and stuff. I'm going to end up buried in here by the time I'm done today. Pokemon Dentist checking in from work. So here's your packs, and here's your Snorlax. And here's your packs, and your Snorlax. I still need to, yeah. PSA grading on a curve now for English quality too. You love to see it. Whatever gives us the 10. Whatever gives us the 10s. We got Pokemon Steven saying poop. I'm sure he's saying that about English. Probably doesn't like that we're opening English cards and not Japanese, but nice to see ya, Pokemon Steven. Make sure I keep that order number on there, so there's no question. No question when we get the big pull, what order it's for. Good luck to order number 1178. I don't have my Shopify opened up to see like if new orders are coming in. I guess I should have that handy. Looks like 1 new order came in since I started the stream. So there should still be ETBs available if anyone's interested. We'll see where we end up. If people are interested in hanging out, I could probably go till 3:30 or 4. Pokemon Steven says, one of my most expensive cards is English. You are a beast. I love you. Number 1, Dan. Appreciate you, Steven. We got to get you out to a Collecticon one of these days. You did make Worlds, right? You made Worlds when it was in Japan. Are you going to do Worlds in Hawaii? Hawaii's tough for everyone. I mean, being in Australia, a lot of the events in the US are going to be tough, but there we go. Double banger pack. We got the Machoke Art Rare and the Venusaur EX. You're kind of on like almost equal footing. I mean, you're still going internationally. If I go to Hawaii, it's not international, but my prospects of going to Hawaii are like 1% chance I go to Hawaii. It's not gonna happen. Um, very, very unlikely. Mason Berry's fangirling over Pokemon Steven. Mason, are you ripping 151 today? Or did you rip last night? There were so many lives last night. There was, I know Pokemon Wonder had Opossum Butt on. And then Java was live and PK was live. I think there were even more notifications. Maybe tomorrow. If anyone, I'll check sometime between 3 and 4 when I'm close to wrapping up. I'll see if anyone's ripping 151. Maybe I'll raid someone else's rip stream and then try to get some work done. Try to get these orders out today. We'll see how it goes though. Pokemon Steven says, Mason Berry, I got my shelves set up. Thank you, King. I love them. Did you do the did you go by that video that he made on how to do shelving for like TCG Player Seller? I have not yet done it, but I'm going to be doing it. It's a winter project. I don't know when it'll happen exactly, but I oh yeah, Radar's premiere too. I forgot about that. Radar's premiere with oh god, with Rhyme Style, right? I think he titled it something about like a Dragon Ball Super content creator, which Rhyme Style's done. I think Rhyme Style's done a little bit of everything. But yeah, I have that. I'll have to talk to you then, Steven. I plan to do that this winter. I'm looking forward to that because my current shelving is not great. My current shelving is not great for these 5-row boxes. I have shelves that are like a couple feet apart. They work better for other things, but just not great for that. So having drawers with 5 rows will be amazing. Gengar. This has been a pretty slow ETB. They take like 20 minutes to put together. It's so easy. Yeah, I'm fairly handy. So I'm not too worried about like the construction side of it. I just I'm looking forward to getting something a lot more optimized because what I have is low special $70 shelves that they work well for a lot of stuff, just not for I've definitely not grabbed every Pikachu for my kids, but I'll have a big pile for them by the end. Hollow Energy. I still gotta fire my robot up. I gotta fire my robot up soon, and then I'm not gonna fill out a TCG player store like crazy, but I am gonna get a little more singles up. Once I get my robot firing on all cylinders, I will get some things put together. Oh, we got something going on back there. We got 2 things going on back there. There's a big hitter. Get rid of the bulk and the codes. There's a big hitter pack. We got the legendary trio. We got the Wiggly. I think that's our first Wigglytuff full art from this stream. But that is a very nice Zapdos EX. You'll love to see it. It was a slow first ETB for this order. There we go. Hollow Energy. We got a full hollow Ditto. That is a very solid. That's got to be. I think that would fall in everyone's top 5 for the set. It's probably take the top spot for a lot of people for the set. Last pack for order 1178. Yeah, that's Zapdos is solid. Nice to see you, Java. How's it going today? So that's our whole 2 ETB order. Wigglytuff. We got Arbok EX. Got the Machoke Art Rare. Got some good hitters in there. Been a little bit since I've done one of these streams. Thrifty. You probably can't read it, but that does say Thrifty. I started to write out the name, well, the first letter of the name, and then I realized who it was. Good luck, Thrifty. Love Diddle. That'd be a pretty questionable name for a Pokemon, I think. Maybe I can put these over here. That works. As long as that doesn't fall, we're good. I got a better place to discard all the outer sleeves of the ETBs. Good luck, Thrifty. Thanks again for the food delivery to the section. Hopefully I can pull something good for you. See what we get. Low. Oh, I was going to say slow start, but we got right with the Ninetales EX. I didn't miss a hollow energy, did I? Nope. I didn't check the energy very well that time. But it was not a hollow energy. I still need to... I really need to work on this camera setup still, because I think it's better than it used to be. I need to get a higher quality camera, I think, because like I have it's 1080p. I can only stream in 720p, but my camera is fairly high. There we go, the wrong Charizard. My camera is fairly high up. It's like, it's above my head. It's almost equal with my head. So when I kind of crop it down, the resolution's pretty bad. Like where I'm opening the cards, I think it's fine. I don't know what kind of camera. Like I need to ask John. I need to ask a couple people what kind of camera they have, because like they'll reach up and they'll manually focus it, I think. I have to go in and focus it in settings. Seems like the autofocus does not work that well. But even when I do manual focus, like the resolution with which I have to manual focus in OBS is just like I can't make a clear image sometimes. It's weird. If it was a matter of just spending more money, I would do it. I just don't want to do it blindly and then find out it's just as bad as it is now. Did you catch all? How's it going, L-Dubs? We got a Charizard. We did not get the Erica alt art yet. Pokemon Steven says, I've got the Sony SV1. It's really nice, has good zoom. Yeah, I want something. I need to mount it better too. Right now I have... So, mounted like permanently to my ceiling is one of my Elgato lights. The light that casts most of the light behind me. But then I have like one of those flexible gooseneck arms coming off of that mounts my camera, and it's just kind of shaky. It's not optimal. I need to get like a more firm mount coming off of my Elgato light, and I need to get a better camera that can just be up here, because when I go full screen it needs to be kind of high, otherwise it's on camera when I'm full screen. Literally 2.5 years into YouTube, still figuring things out, but I'm trying to do what I can. I'm not afraid of spending a little money. I'm not afraid of doing a little construction. But my biggest bottleneck that I'll never be able to overcome, at least not anytime soon, 720p, unfortunately. 720p is... I try to remember to change my video resolution to 1080 when I record a video. But like my Collecticon recap video is probably going to be an hour. If I do that in 1080p, it might take me... It might not upload. Like if I record that tonight, if I start the upload Friday night at midnight, it might not be done by Monday at noon. So like I'll probably have to go 720p for that. But any of the shorter videos, 10 to 30 minutes, I generally do in 1080. That was the final one for that. So sorry, Thrifty, we didn't get anything too crazy. We got a couple hollow energies. We got the nice... Is it Komiya? I don't even know. Oh yeah, the nice Komiya Gengar. We got a few EXs. Nothing too crazy though. I didn't card save or anything for Thrifty. I will before I ship it, but nothing too crazy. 1180 ordered 2. Professor Oak says we all like a firm mount. There's my scissors. Sony ZV1. X Factor said, if Thrifty gets an Erica's, I'll subscribe. LW says, Dan, did you get allocated any bundle cases? We got like nothing. I got 7, I think, from one distributor and maybe 1 from the other. My secondary distributor is like killing me lately. I mean, it's not a huge deal because I intended on lowering my orders because I don't have access to Troll and Toad Evo anymore. Maybe that's the first check mark on your bingo card if you're playing bingo today. Dan talking about Troll and Toad Evo. But I intended on lowering my orders moving ahead. My one distributor kind of did it for me. So my main distributor, I'm still ordering everything. But yeah, I think I got 7 through my main and then 1 through my secondary. So 8 total. How big is the hamster wheel that powers your internet? Not big enough, clearly. X Factor TCG says, I subscribed, but rest in peace, Thrifty's Erica hit. Yeah, that was non-existent. Maybe she sank so someone else can swim. We'll see. We'll see how E makes out here. Keep everything on screen. Not get called out. You should go to Starbucks and do the rip and ships for higher quality. I don't even know if I have a Starbucks within... There's probably one like 25 minutes away from me. Definitely not going to go stream from Starbucks anytime soon. One thing I will say though, and people are getting better. I think people are getting better because I was pushing on it so hard for a little bit there, but bullish on Ethernet, bearish on Wi-Fi. I will say that there are some people with gigabit fiber internet that were dropping frames. They were like, their stream was lagging because they were just like too stubborn to get Ethernet. Like, I don't know what was going on. I think a lot of people invested in a $10 Ethernet cable, Cat 6E Ethernet cable, and I think stream stability is generally better than it was several months ago, because I think I talked a few people into Ethernet cables, which is funny. But I think some people stream off like a MacBook, which I don't even think has an Ethernet port, which is crazy to me. But yeah, booster bundles. I did just recently list, recently I say, this morning, literally like 10 minutes before the stream, I was scrambling to get some ETB cases listed. Now that I can't sell through Troll and Toad, I have to actually sell through my own eBay. So I listed up ETB cases of 151. Very rare that I'll be able to do it, but I think my price for one is more than P Football Pete. But I think if you buy 2 from me, I did a 5% discount on if you buy 2. I think I'm the lowest priced on eBay right now. I'm not going to sell all my ETBs for that amount. But one thing is, the way that they ship them to me. Ooh, there's a reverse holo Pikachu for my daughter's binder. One thing about the ETBs, I'm going to mostly do by case. I don't really have the capacity or the ability to do... singular ETB, singular booster boxes. I'm pretty much going to do everything by the case, and it's just less labor, less raw amount of orders. But my distributors generally take 2 ETB cases and they put them in one outer box. So if you buy, like, I can offer a pretty good discount for 2 ETB cases because I'll literally just rip the label off that they ship to me and pop a new label on. And it'll be pretty quick and easy. Even if I'm only making $10, it's only taken me 2 minutes to rip the label off, pop a new label on. I thought about making a listing for 20 ETBs and just selling it 20 ETBs only, but I'll sell it by the 10, but I'll make it attractive to buy 20 and then see what happens. Mr. Walrus says, I was talked into Ethernet. Now I'm refreshing the PSA tracker so much faster. Pokemon DNA says bullish on moving, bearish on living in the middle of the woods. I actually have the ability to do everything I need to do. Like, me personally, I don't think 1080p is a big deal. Like, who needs to see this? Who needs to see this in 1080p? These, I get it, maybe. But, yeah, I don't think, like... I don't think 1080p is gonna improve my channel that much. I don't think it's gonna bring, like... It's not gonna really do anything for anyone, to be honest. So, if and when it comes, I will absolutely pay for Spectrum. I will pay to have... faster internet. but they're a mile and a half away at the main road at like the state road. And it was a while back that I talked to some people. I haven't actually gotten a formal quote from them or anything, but I've talked to other people in similar situations who were told like, hey, $30,000, we'll bring it to your door. If I wasn't such a introvert, if I was more like active in the community, and there's probably only like, how many people are on my road? Because I'd have to go 2 blocks down, which blocks aren't like city blocks. Blocks are like a mile, 2 miles each sometimes. There might be like 20 houses between me and where the internet is. So if I could like rally up the community and the whole street and we all pitched in, if it were only a few grand each, if it was 5 grand, 10 grand, I would probably just do it. Or I would talk to a couple people and get it to split a couple ways. But like, I can't spend $30,000 on that. That's crazy. It would be one thing if I had no internet whatsoever and it was 30 grand to literally just get internet to exist at my house. But like, I have an option that's passable, so it's harder to justify. Get your homie the postmaster general to put in the word for you. Yeah, I do have friends in very similar circumstances to me. I do have friends that every year somebody new is getting internet down their road, down their block, whatever. So Spectrum is investing money into their infrastructure around me. It's just they're picking as everyone should, they're picking the lowest hanging fruit first. Mine would be like a 3-mile run for them to grab 20 customers. If they can do a 3-mile run to grab 80 customers, to grab 50 customers, like obviously do those first. I might be the highest hanging fruit out there. It might not be very cost effective for them, but hopefully someday. Rallying is going viral in real life, so not going to happen, I guess. 30K, that's like, yeah. I wish that was 0.001% of my net worth. Oh, I was going to call. There we got one more pack. Living in the woods is great. Acreage appreciates nicely. Yeah, I wish I had like actual acreage here. That was one, like going to Rusty's house. I love his setup there. I hope to have a better setup someday, but where we live now, I sacrificed more for like what I want is less house, more land. But I think it's better. I know it's better for the family. More house. I mean, less land, more land would be fine too. But like, I know the more house was definitely something the family will appreciate and benefit from more. And the land is something like, if I had Rusty set up, I would just end up flipping a 4-wheeler at 33 years old and end up breaking my arm or something. Probably not a terrible thing that I don't have a ton of land in a 1000cc 4-wheeler to bomb around on. It's sad to see Dan waste his acres by not growing more food. We did some peppers and tomatoes this year. We did everything in pots. It's tough with kids. Well, it's tough. Like, I definitely get enjoyment from producing my own food and all that kind of stuff. But if you try to run a numbers analysis on a garden, you're working for 10 cents an hour at best. If you're lucky, if you're doing it right, you're working, like, if you're doing well, you're working for 10 cents an hour. You cannot do like a cost benefit analysis on a garden, because it's pretty dark. It's got to be a labor of love. Your township might be able to apply for the rural internet grant. Was a thing last year. I don't know if there was a deadline to apply. I think that there's been money flowing around. I believe that I'm not really active in like local government stuff, but I believe some amount of that was going on. Man has acres of land, grows food in a pot. I have like 1.5 acres of land or something. More land, more grass for Dan to mow. Yeah, I'm only mowing 1.3-ish acres right now. Where I was growing up, we mowed an acre, but the second house that I lived in, there's a new one, Arbach EX Full Art. when I was 15, we built a new house on 20 acres. I loved that setup. Like the house was a little bit bigger than it needed to be. Um, it was a beautiful brand new house on 20 acres. A lot of fun. A lot of fun there. It was really nice. It's not math, it's to teach self-sustenance. Shaking my head. Yeah. Tomatoes do well in the ground and in beds too, but tomatoes are easy in pots. Nidoking. There we go. We got a Nidoking, Art Rare, a Hollow Energy, and our full hollow. Dan growing corn in a little clay pot. Shaking my head. Oh man. Ooh, there we go. Charizard EX. Not the one we want, but it's still a Charizard. I got a decent little Pikachu pile going right now. Got the Ditto Hollow Rare. I don't know how many more orders I have stacked up, but once I get to the end of what I sticky noted, I will do a little, a quick little check on where we're at. Last pack for this ETB. We should be coming up on Brad soon. Maybe Brad's is the next one. We got Mr. Mime. So we got a Charizard, Nidoking, Arbok. Not too crazy of an ETB. Let's see what we got. We got BG. We got Brad G cards right here. Is that... So Brad G was the last one that ordered pre-stream. I think I've had at least one or two come in. Let's see where we're at though. I said that we're at 3977 subs. I said that if we get to 4,000 subs, 23 more subs, I'll give away 2 ETBs. I don't think I got a single sub. Maybe someone subbed, someone unsubbed. But oh, that's funny. Not too bad ETB right before Brad. I'm not too threatened at the prospect of having to give away 2 ETBs. I don't think it's gonna happen. My normal rate of growth is like lately I've had a solid 6 months or so. My summer average was probably like 150 subs a month, so like 5 a day. But for a long stretch, for like over a year stretch, I was doing 80 to 90 a month. I was doing like 2 to 3 a day, depending on the day. Mr. Wars unsubbed to spread hate. Here we go, Brad. Let's see how you do. Good luck. We got a Chansey to start. 8 packs to go. Brad's starting to sweat. There we go. Oh, how's it going, Aaron? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you, Pokestone. Pokestone just ordered an ETB. Got to meet Pokestone in Orlando. Ooh, there we go. That's the good one. That's the good one, Brad. He pulled it in a double banger pack, too. I will have these out either late this afternoon or tomorrow morning at the latest. Let's see how far behind the stream is. We're going to see the centering looks pretty good. It's a little thick on the right, little thick on the bottom. The back looks... It could be a 10. It could be a 10, but it's feeling more 9. But it's pretty clean. Pretty clean. It's just got the centering working against it. There you go. That's the good one. Yes, I believe so. Brad's still got a few packs to go. Brad's only just started. There we go. Nidoking. Hollow Energy. We got the good stuff flowing in now. Let's sleeve up your Art Rare. We got Brad G grabbing cash. Congrats. I do see your order, Pokestone. Looks like my email is set up to refresh automatically. There should still be some available, I believe. If and when we sell out of the original 20, I'll probably pop up a few more. But if people are tapped out at 20, that's fine too, and we can call it. I could be a little more productive this afternoon. We'll see where we end up. I think that's the good one. Is it? I don't know how you tell. How do you tell which one's the alt art and which one's the regular art? We pulled the other one earlier. Mr. Walrus says, these are the ETBs Dan uses to lure me in so my best pull can be the Psyduck. Gyarados. Okay, let's see if we can get some last pack magic. We're asking for a lot, though. Mr. Walrus says, let me buy 25. Here we go. Nope. Brad did pretty well, though. I think that card alone. I looked at the listing. One was low list was 80 on this one. How many ETBs was your allocation? I got 160 ETBs from one, and then 15 from my other. It's like, you guys can't even give me 2 full cases. Like, what are we doing here? You guys can't give me 2 full cases. Is it just the camera quality, or is there not much border at all on the top? The top is thin. The top is thin, the bottom's thick, and the right is thick, and the left is a little thin. The top is worse than the left, but the centering is not amazing. It's probably a 9. Probably a 9, but still. It's a solid pull. So that was just order 1182 for Brad. Let me refresh my orders. Let me get a couple more orders queued up. Let me see what the stock is looking like too. I think we still have more stock. Does it tell you how many are in stock? Looks like there's 6 left still. So there's still 6. So number 1183. Oh. Number 1183, my writing is terrible. R. That's for 1 ETB. And then we've got number 1184. We've got Stone for 1 ETB. I think there's 6 ETBs left. I believe there's still 6 ETBs of the original 20. So I'm going to let those ride for now. Appreciate you, Java, with the 5 gifted. Pokestone, yes, that's the top value card in Japanese 151. I saw him say 100% PSA 9 Moonbreon was a 10. I have one Moonbreon that is a 10, one that might be a 9. People are way too harsh. I mean, people are way too harsh on pre-grading. PSA grades a lot easier than most people do. Let's see. Good afternoon. Are we grabbing cash? How's it going, Bridge Burner? Thanks for the gifted memberships, Java. Let's rip right into our number 1183 R ETB. It's probably a 9. It's probably a 9. Centering, I mean, roll through some PSA 10s. I've graded a lot of Celebrations Charizard PSA 10s, and the centering on them can be pretty rough. Varies by day, as it always does, but I've seen worse PSA 9s. That's what I always say. I've seen worse PSA 9s. Or, I've seen worse PSA 10s, I mean. Worse PSA 10s. I don't know what I'm saying here. Okay. Dan only going to show one of those Moonbreons when he gets them back. Look, guys, I hit the 10. See, I told you. I'm definitely going to submit them in different subs. I'm not going to put them back to back, because when you look at them, when when you look at them side by side, it's like, yes, if that one's gonna be a 10, that one needs to be a 9. But if I put it next to some super, which this gets into the whole framing thing, which I say that I don't do, but I guess if I have two high value cards like that that really depend on getting the 10, I don't frame Celebrations Charizards. I might frame that Moonbreon. Pokestone said, lost the video stream, might be my internet. I'm showing green right now. It could have gone red though without me noticing it. I don't know. I've got my 1100 bits upload speed going right now. This is gonna be Mr. Walrus if he buys into a break. He's just gonna have this face on the whole time as I rip his packs. Like when he bought in the native and he was the only one to not get a native 19. Fix my second screen here. There we go. Make sure you guys go check out all the other people that I'm sure are going to be ripping 151 today. Nick, I think, is going to be doing it on eBay Live. When I go to end later, I definitely will check. I will check to see if anyone's live, and I'll throw the viewers. There we go. We opened this one last night too. I think my son pulled this one also. I really like the art on this Poliwhirl. That's a solid art, in my opinion. Oh. People way overthink. I'm overthinking this whole Moonbreon thing. The reality is that Moonbreon is probably going to be a 9. I have one Moonbreon that's probably going to be a 9, regardless of what I do. Maybe it could be helped along, but so many people spend way too much time refreshing trackers, trying to theorize if they can bump their grade up by doing X, Y, or Z. Source more cards, grade more cards. Don't let it actually, like, I'm just looking for things to talk about. Streaming, ripping some packs, but people get way too crazy about it. And then it works one time, and then it's like, okay, confirmation bias. They think it's going to work forever because it works one time, and then they end up getting wrecked down the line. For the most part, you send the stuff out, you're going to get plus or minus 1 95% of the time. Sometimes you're going to get plus or minus 2 or 3. It really is kind of crazy when you think about it too much. Oh, we got Professor Birch in here. We got Professor Birch lurking. I don't think I've seen him in the chat, but I think I just saw him. I think I saw him place an order. Nice meeting you, Professor Birch, if you are lurking. We got Pokestone right here. Buy raw 9s and break even or lose money, right, Dan? I mean, why grade 9s when you can just grade 10s? Literally just grade 10s. Easy. How's my submission ever going to finalize if I never refresh though? Have you given your thoughts already on this new PGC company with Rudy? It's funny. It's smart by him. I'm sure that he got a great deal on the company. I'm sure that he made a great business decision. Grading is super cheap and easy to do. But him sticking with their grading scale, half grades, what are we doing? Why are we doing half grades? Look at PSA. They have them, but they don't use them. If you want to have them, maybe they don't use them. But I think they use them like BGS and CGC use them where the half grades have a normal distribution around the whole grades. PSA should just get rid of half grades altogether, but at least they hardly ever use them. For Rudy to not change it to whole grades only, like, how does he not realize that? I mean, he mostly does sealed and blah, blah, blah. But he talked about, I watched his video this morning. He talked about doing booster boxes eventually. So, like, maybe they'll have that niche. But I can just wait till you see a base set unlimited booster box break from a PCG or PGC, whatever it is, from a PGC case, and then it ends up being like Vivid Voltage or something. That'll be hilarious. And then what kind of a guarantee will they put to their graded sealed product? It's one thing if they grade only Ultra Modern moving ahead, and if they grade it, I think they're tied in closely with Fab. If they only grade Fab product, Pokemon product, that Rudy gets direct from distribution and they know it's 100% legit, that would be one thing. But if you start grading really old stuff, good luck. Good luck. Anyone who got the chance to meet PK, I ripped a from Obsidian Flame Pack, and I took the Obsidian Flame Pack, and I looked at it. I looked at the ends. It was a clean reseal, and from an Obsidian Flames pack, I pulled a Legendary Treasures Charizard from one of PK's reseal packs. So good luck, Rudy, if you ever decide to grade old booster boxes, because it ain't easy to spot the issues out there, and I don't think there's anyone with the ability to do so 100%. Let me scroll back up. There we go. We got Professor Birch here. And it's funny too, Rudy actually, I guess Rudy privated some of his old videos where he said beware of like non-PSA, BGS, CGC grading card companies. He's like, beware of anyone that popped up in the last few years, and then he bought one of the ones that popped up in the past few years. So he had to, naturally, he had to private those videos, which was funny. It is what it is though. I think just through his Patreon, just through the connection that it has to Fab, he probably got an amazing price on it. Even if it never, he says he's coming after PSA, coming after BGS. If he never comes anywhere close to where they're at, he's going to make an obscene amount of money. That investment into that grading card company is going to pan out extremely well for him, if I had to guess. Even if the company goes belly up within the next 5 years, he probably paid so little and will be able to extract out so much through his Patreon and all that. Talking about maybe grading some of his MetaZoo promos, grading this or that. So yeah, I don't think he's going to contend with the big guys, but I think he's going to make money. So it'll be not a total failure, but not like a total win either. Trippy, we had the Altar Erica. We had the Charizard, the good Charizard card. Pokestone sent Old Maid and Uno together. I'm probably not grading any 151 singles. I ripped one ETB for like my family. I'm probably not ripping any for myself otherwise. Yeah, Rudy figured it'd be cheaper to buy the grading card company rather than send his cards in. English does not have Master Balls, either fortunately or unfortunately, however you land on that debate. So yeah, we have Professor Birch. This is the last active order that I have. So we'll see, no pressure by anyone to buy anything. Maybe we'll end up wrapping up early and I can be productive this afternoon. But I think it's, let me double check. I don't know if it's 1 ETB or 2. 1 ETB. We have 1 ETB by Professor Birch, and then we might be wrapping up early. Which isn't a terrible thing. Yeah, he already did do a discount. He has thousands of people on his Patreon, so he has kind of an audience who's already subsidizing some amount. But I think he offered 20% off. I actually, what I might do, I might just for the kicks, I don't even know where it is, but that 1 of 1 pump and dump Rudy card that I pulled, I might grade that through PCG. I might grade like 10 or 20 cards to them, see what the slabs look like. I might utilize my 20% discount because I am a patron of Rudy's. Just for the memes. Almost lost the pack in there. We'll see though. I don't think they're gonna take the grading card, the trading card world by storm. I don't think anything big is gonna come of it. I think they're really dropping the ball with the half grades, but I'm actually going to do a video soon, Brad. Patreon Zoom next week is going to be on Wednesday. I actually need to announce that soon, but I'm going to talk about, I did a video recently on YouTube talking about scaling, talking about like doing what's in your wheelhouse, doing what you excel at, doing what you like, is the optimal use of your time, and then outsourcing a lot of the other stuff. One of my goals for this winter, and I said it's always been a goal of mine, was to get through my backlog more. But I'm actually going to be taking more serious steps towards outsourcing a lot more stuff. Like not hiring employees. That's one way to outsource stuff. Sending more to Probstein, sending more to DC Sports 87. And I think there's a lot more options out there for selling stuff in pretty reasonable ways. Obviously, James is there. Obviously, I'm here. My consignment service information is right down there below. But I think like ComC's out there. I think a lot of that, and I could be wrong, but I think some of that stuff is underknown in Pokemon. I think it's a lot more known and utilized in sports, but everyone has to call it quits at some point. Like everyone can only handle some amount of stuff, even if you've got employees. Even there's certain things you have to turn away, and better defining what that is, and not sitting on stuff for so long and just immediately sending it to where it's got to go is something I need to be better about. Hire me, please. I'll quit right now. DM me your resume and your salary requirements. I truly, I'll talk about it in my video on Monday probably, but every time I meet up with guys like Charlie, guys like Rusty, guys that are doing big things at just levels above me, many levels above me, certain things I take away, and certain things, like there are probably going to be some things I change a little bit, but one thing Charlie was frequently saying was something about all these companies that have CEOs packing orders and how you can't have CEOs packing orders. I'm the CEO and president of my company and I'm packing orders. I'm making listings, I'm packing orders. Like I understand why and how it is not the efficient, effective way to do business. But some of that goes back to the whole battle between the fisherman and the banker, and what I intend to do with this business and what I need out of this business, and the battle between the word more and the word enough. Especially in the short term, like this school year, I am so restricted with the amount of time. I cannot manage someone. I cannot do a lot of the things that I want to do this school year because, I mean, very personal decision, but like my wife and I don't want to send our daughter to daycare. I'm going to be like at home with my daughter during the days, and I'm going to be working nights, and it's only for one school year. So, but I definitely have some amount of my long-term 5-year vision has slightly drastically changed this year. Some of it by outside, like a lot of it by outside forces. Some in my control, some out of my control. The whole sitter situation is one. Troll and Toad Evo going away is another. But that's just the way things go, right? You make a plan. Life happens, things happen, things change, and then you adapt. Or you make a plan and you think of a more efficient way. You think of a better way. So even no external factors, just internally, you realize there's a more optimal way to do something. There we go. We got if Mr. Walrus decides to buy an ETB, there's Mr. Walrus walking home from his disappointing 151 rip stream. I think as of right now, I am done with all the orders. Let me double check. I'll probably go full stream. I'll probably hang out for a few minutes. No one needs to order. Like, it's perfectly fine to end the stream. This isn't like, this isn't going to be me trying to, like, force sales upon anybody. Maybe I have more. Hold on. No, I do have more. I was just going to say, like, I'm not... what I was going to say is, like, I'm not using this as a sales tactic to pressure people into buying more. But if nobody buys any, I'm going to end stream. I do see a couple more orders, though. And I see Gem Mint Pokemon. I appreciate you, Gem Mint. Had the pleasure of having him on. Let me write out my orders. We got 1186. He bought 2. So we got Gem Mint times 2. And then the next order after that, we've got order 1187 times 1 for J. Not using government names. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Zach. And appreciate you, order 1187. But anyways, let me catch up with chat a little bit, and then I'll get to Rip and Zach's. Let me double check the website too. If they're sold out now, let me just double check quick. If they're sold out, I'll pop 5 more up. I'll probably do 25 for the day. If people, so there's still 2 in stock. Let me up the 2 to 7. We'll cap it at 25 if people want to order that many. I don't really feel like going 30 or more. I don't know that the demand will be there anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna bump up the 2 to 7. And these are going to be the last 7 that I sell. And then wherever we're at after 25 have been ripped, we'll end there. I think I've ripped 15. So I ripped 15 in hour 22. We'll probably go to like 3:30ish. I'll ship these same day, actually. I should be able to ship these same day if anyone has interest. That way, if you guys want to make your grading plays, you got an extra day. You got an extra day to try to get those done. How's the quality on the Charizard and the Erica? The Erica was OC, probably a 9. The Charizard exists between the 9 and the 10. It could be either, depending on the day. Good night, Steven. Sorry I missed your message initially, but thanks for stopping in. Investing in Japanese 151 versus English 151 is better long term, I think, because of the added Master Ball chase. Retro says investing in anything Japanese in Japanese anything versus English is better long term because it's Japanese. FYI, finally getting my PSA sub back and received on June 28th next week, so pretty much 3 months. Dan fired his babysitter. I wouldn't want to work for him. My babysitter was my sister. She used to watch my kids and her kid. Well, her one son, her daughter's older, but she used to watch all of them together. Then my son and her son went to school, and it was just my daughter. And so it makes less sense. It makes less sense for her to do it because her kids are in school, and next year my daughter's going to be in school too. So it had a known end date of next year at the latest, and she's just starting a job a year earlier than that. Here we go. We got Cam. I missed you, Cam. I messaged you at one point. I looked forward to seeing you there again, but you couldn't make it out. I know James had some stuff going on, and I've been here not even 10 seconds, and I hear the word fisherman and banker. Yeah, we're filling out the bingo cards, for sure. I actually cannot take it. Bankers usually get really worked up when you start talking about the parable of the Mexican fisherman. I apologize. Dan was hanging with bankers all weekend. Look what they did to him. Man, we missed the used car salesman speech. Appreciate you, Doodles in the Membrane. Best pull so far. We pulled the Charizard, which is the best in English, and then we pulled the Altar Erica. I think we pulled number 1 and number 2. The Erica was a possible black label. Don't listen to this, man. There's probably black labels out there that have worse centering than your Erica, to be fair. Appreciate you, Gem Mint. Okay, so we got, let me write Doodles. I know some people don't want, we got Doodles in the Membrane, San Jorge, Doodles. Some people don't like their government name tied to it, but when you put it out there, like I'll throw it in there. John Banker just pulled the Zard and Venusaur today. The Zard I got has 2 huge scratches / indents on the back. Looks like it got scratched by a machine. Unfortunate. I'm gonna go back to the camera and I'm gonna start ripping more stuff. So Zach has 2. Good luck, Zach. Thank you, Zach. But yeah, when I talk to guys like Zach, when I talk to guys like Rusty, Charlie, when I talk to people doing things at very high levels, it always just makes, like, it's a good idea to, like, not just get stuck in a routine doing what you're doing without questioning it. Like, it's a good idea. I'm very big in personal finance on spend what you want to spend. Like, obviously you need to spend less than you make, but a lot of people take the B word, budget as like the worst word you can possibly say. I really don't budget. I just consciously spend. If you are consciously doing suboptimal things from like a purely business perspective, because business and money aren't the only things in life. So if I'm consciously being the CEO and packing orders, knowing that it brings me overall more life fulfillment, more happiness, more blah, 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 that's fine. But if I'm like, if my sole goal is scaling in business and making money and this and that, and it's like, if I'm just stuck in my own ways when hiring people could get me closer to my goals more efficiently, then that's dumb. Like, I know it can. I know if I hire people, I can make more money. But a lot of it comes down to, like, how much is enough, all that work-life balance. But every time you have the conversation, you try to stress test your own thoughts and beliefs, and you try to just validate, verify that what you're doing actually is optimal. And I think there's always ways to improve. One way that I really intend to improve, especially losing. So these are Zach's packs now. Appreciate you, Zach. One way that I really intend to improve is outsourcing a lot of labor. I used to have Troll and Toad Evo, but there are a lot of workable alternatives out there that I've not done in the past. And some of them, for certain niches, for certain types of items, are actually far superior to how Troll and Toad Evo was. Some of them are far inferior. But, ooh, we got something new here. That's our first gold. I think that's our first gold all day. My wife pulled a gold. It wasn't an energy. It was a gold witch or something. It was a gold trainer of some kind. But that's our first gold for today. 15 ETBs in or something. BB says we pulled the top 5. We can't let chat end. I'm definitely not gonna be streaming all day. There we go. You got my boy Charmander. You love to see it. I'm definitely not going to go all day because I'm not going to put up more than 25. So there's going to be a cap on how long you guys can keep me here. Because I'm going to just stop selling stuff. But let me catch up with chat a little bit. Jam Minute Pokemon, heck yeah. Zach about to pull fire. You've pulled the top 5, I believe. We can't let chat end. Keep Dan streaming all day. 25 is my limit. You guys can keep Nick up all night. Zach just says, I don't budget. Yeah, I don't have, like, I've never had where, like, oh, I can only spend $1,000 on groceries this month, and then the last week of the month, hey, we already spent our 1,000. We just need to make do with what we have. We've always just, like, spent what we wanted to. Thankfully, we want for very little. We're not, like, hugely... Pokemon aside, look behind me. Look at all these consumer goods behind me. Pokemon aside, we live a pretty frugal life, and we don't really want for much. We value experiences and being with people, family and friends and all that stuff. A lot of our favorite things in life don't cost anything, which is great. But yeah, we've never had like traveling. We're not gonna go to Disneyland 5 times in a year. We're not gonna, but we don't necessarily have a strict, oh, we can only spend $3,000 on vacations this year. When we went to Legoland, we spent a couple grand. It's more to do with like our kids' ages right now. And as our kids get older, we'll travel more, we'll spend more. And we don't fly first class. We don't go like all out for everything. I'm not saying we have no budget in regards to that, but we just spend reasonably, well below our means, and we invest the rest, and that's what I've always done. That's what I'll always do. Yeah, you guys better keep Nick up all night for sure. Business and money aren't the only things in life. Retrospects has left the chat. And I know Nick is mostly memeing. Someday Nick may or may not have kids, and it's not even just the kids thing. Oh, another River Solid Pikachu. There are people who their sole goal in life is to run up the scoreboard. Hey, I want to be #1 in the Forbes. What do they call it? Like just the most rich individuals in the world. Like I want to beat Bezos. I want to beat Warren Buffett. There are people that's their goal in life, and that's what brings them fulfillment, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, it's just figure out what you want to optimize for in life, and then do things every day that bring you towards those goals. I mean, obviously I can't say that I would like turn down money at some point, but I'm only willing to sacrifice so much to make a number bigger. And yeah, like there's always a balance. There's always a balance between it. I'm not saying I'm only with my family all the time and that's all I do, but there's definitely certain things that are like I'm not gonna go. There'll never be a year, business wise, brand wise, all that stuff. For me to travel to every Collecticon would be beneficial for my bottom line as a business. One, personally, just like I don't enjoy traveling that frequently, that close together. And then two, like especially leaving the family behind wise. It's just not something I want to or will do, even though it would be business wise better. That's what I'm talking about when you need to set your goals and optimize for them. Everyone's are different. Nick Gone Wild. Mexican fisherman famously known for outsourcing labor. I'm sure the Mexican fisherman, he caught a bunch of fish. Maybe he cleaned and filleted, and he probably sold some of the fish though. Like he cleaned and cooked the fish that he's eating for his family, but he probably sold a few here and there to the local market, right? I mean, come on. He's got a few excess because he needs to buy clothes. He needs to pay his rent, pay his mortgage, pay his taxes, whatever his situation is. Oh, we got something going on here. We got something. There we go. Zapdos full art. And as it always is, it's always a spectrum, right? Am I the Mexican fisherman in the purest, truest sense? No. But am I I'm not either extreme, but I am way more. If you have to go binary, if you have to go one or the other, I am way more on the side of Mexican fisherman than the banker. Nowhere near the things that I would be doing right now if I were the banker, and if the only thing I cared about in life was running up the scoreboard, I would probably still be a chemical engineer. Cross it off on your bingo card. And I would be doing this full time. I would have 2 full-time jobs if I was like solely caring about the grind, caring about maximizing every penny. And I would be a lot richer net worth wise. I would be a lot richer, but I would probably be divorced. I would probably be miserable. I would have a lot more money and I would have a lot less happiness if I were to try to do that. So there's Zach's 2 ETBs. We got a gold. We got some nice art rares. We got Alakazam EX. We got Wigglytuff EX. For 2 ETBs, nothing crazy. We got our 2 Snorlaxes. But I appreciate you, Zach. Sorry we couldn't pull you anything better. Sorry, I'm just discarding my bulk into this 5-row box. How's the perfect smoker / barbecue solution search working out? We need to know. So for low and slow, I have a Pit Boss cabinet smoker, and then for hot and fast, I have a Weber propane grill. My driveway is very patchy. My driveway will be blacktopped next year. I'm looking forward to my driveway being blacktop. I have a lot of Legos, none sealed though. I have a lot of Legos. I have Legos from when my dad was a kid. My dad had a bunch of Legos from the 70s. When he was growing up, and he saved them all. He gave them to me when I was younger. I've not given all my Legos to my son yet. Well, son and daughter. But my kids do have a fair bit of Legos. They really enjoy them. I just have so much. At some point, I'm going to give them everything I had, but it's so much. Like, they have way too many toys. They have way more toys than I had growing up. Like, way too many. We need to figure something out, because our house is, like, the house we have now is bigger than the house I grew up in. And it's like full. It's like they have way too much stuff. It's crazy. Appreciate you, Jorge. Doodles in the membrane. And good luck. Let's see what we end up pulling you. I have a tower of like empty ETB cases with the dice and stuff in them that's going to tip over soon. Terry Lakes liking 151. I'm enjoying it too. Terry Lake's blowing out the GameStop Charmander promos now. Hit him up if you're after some Charmander promos. Bingo. Yeah, we got some bingos in the chat. Of course, Terry jumps in, and that's when I'm mentioning Chemical Engineer. That's funny. Yeah, we talked about the Moonbreon, Chemical Engineer, Fisherman, Longmower, and Lego. Everyone's got a bingo by now. We filled out the cards. I wish my lawn grew slower than it did. It grows way too fast. Where I used to live, the soil was a lot more sandy. I could get away with mowing my lawn every other week. I have to mow it damn near every other day now. It's crazy. I mow twice a week usually, pending weather. If we get a rainy section for like a week, there we go. Giovanni's charisma. If we get like a rainy week, it grows so fast. My mower like has troubles with it, and then I've gotta sweep it when I'm done too, if it grows for too long. Good luck, Doodles. Let's see what we can pull for you. It's been a little bit since we saw that Charizard. I think it's about time to get one. Oh, we got a gold going on. That's what my wife pulled. I think I guessed it right. I think I had said I thought it was a gold switch. We got a couple gold cards now. Doodles in the Membrane says, I'm a chemist, and when I first started back in the hobby, I attempted to build Excel sheets. There we go. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a fair bit of difference between, I actually worked with a couple chemists, I worked with some other chemical engineers. Fair bit of difference in the education of like a chemist and the job of a chemist and a chemical engineer. I think pending the environment, pending what's being worked on, I think there can be a lot of benefit between having a chemist and a chemical engineer on some of the same projects. We're hitting all the bingo card memes today, as we always do. Any Blastoise SIRs? I think so. Maybe we haven't. Kangaskhan EX. Ponga says, I work with chemical engineers. They are the worst. I get it. I cannot refute that statement. See where Ponga's coming from. Last pack. Let's see if we can get any last pack magic for Doodles. Good luck. We got a hollow energy. I guess that's all we can muster for you. Sorry. Not a terrible box. I mean, we got we've pulled 3. I think we've pulled 3 Giovanni's charismas. Let's see if we've got any more orders in, or if you guys are gonna let me leave early. I think we have no orders as of right now. Chemical engineer is a fancy way to say paint guy. Oh, that's funny. Let me bust out this oldie but goodie. Dan at Know It All Collectibles. That is a good one. That one's I'm a big fan. I do like, so I've not coined any term for you, but I do like the term that, or the pet name that PK coined for you of Tear Bear. I have seen that. I don't normally do too much in the YouTube comment section, but I think somebody screenshotted that and put it in a Discord somewhere when PK called you Tear Bear. I like that one. That one was funny. There we go. Doodle says, no worries. I'm loving the Switch, building a gold item binder. Awesome. a card to add to your collection. That's good stuff. So as of right now, there's still 7. If you put Note All Collectibles on a shirt, you probably have to pay some royalties to Terry, to be fair, to Tear Bear. I'm gonna drop the quantity back down to 2 because it seems like we're not gonna sell out of the last 7. There are 2 ETBs left if anyone has any interest. If not, no problem whatsoever. I'm probably gonna end in the next 5 minutes or so. I do have a lot that I can do this afternoon, so it's not remotely a big deal. But either way, if somebody buys the last 2 or if they don't buy the last 2, I'm gonna same day all these. I want you guys to have your best shot at not having the falling knife hit you in the hand. If you guys want to make any of those first to market grading plays, I want to get them out as soon as possible. So yeah, these all will go out this afternoon. I'll make a second trip to the post office. If Dan gets to you, Terry, wait till you find Pokemon Steven's channel. Yeah, go check out Pokemon Steven, Terry. I think you'll enjoy. Ernesto says, should I buy one, chat? Julia says, yes. Brad says the next ETB gonna be Juice. Dan been pulling duds. Let's see if anyone else is live. I do want to raid somebody. Ideally, I want to send you guys somewhere if someone else is ripping ETBs. Looks like PokeVault is opening Team Up. Is anyone opening 151? I see Danny Phantom is live giving away 151. Oh, he's on drip, I guess. Pat McAfee show is live talking football. No God Packs. No God Packs, Chris. Nice to see you in here. What is the supposed God Pack rate? I've heard that God Packs exist, but I've not heard what the rate was. Terry says that's not to be malicious. Oh, the Note All Collectibles? No, I'm very comfortable. I think the meme is funny. Whatever way it's intended, it's taken all in good fun. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up there. Let me what did we end up doing? I think we did 18. I think we did 18 ETBs. I think Weedle did mention that he was going to do eBay Live Friday. I think I saw a few days ago Weedle mentioned that he wasn't streaming that night, but he was going to stream. Yeah, I pulled him from the site. So officially, no order came through, and now no order can come through. I appreciate everyone who supported today. I appreciate everyone who supported either buying or just hanging out too. I've got another hour and a half or no, like almost 2 hours that I can work today. So I'm going to get these all shipped. I'm going to get my area cleaned up. And then, yeah, starting next week, I am not going to be working days anymore. My live streams are going to become night live streams. And my office hours that I normally was doing at Tuesdays at 1 are probably going to be like 8 or 9 p.m. instead. I need to figure, it's going to be a few tough weeks to figure out what my new schedule is going to be. The posting schedule for YouTube, as far as like the 1 weekly live, it's still going to come Mondays at 1 p.m. I like that setup. I can maintain that easily enough. But yeah, Monday will be my Collecticon recap video. Today I'm going to make a quick short out of probably the Charizard or something as I go to pack it. eBay Vault consignments are there if anyone has any interest. As always, Christian De Leon is suggesting rating Poke Exploring. I'm not familiar with that channel. One thing about rating is they have to have it enabled. I mean, I can try. I'll have to see if it works. Looks like it's a couple folks ripping some 151, it looks like. Are they ripping or? Yeah, they're ripping some 151, it looks like. Maybe they ran out of sales too and had to stop ripping. Dan at Dark or something. New office hour working title. Weedle's gonna be live tonight ripping 151. So check out Weedle tonight. Check out Nick tonight. Let's see. Let me search Pokemon 151. How do you search? Okay, here we go. I know Old Card Shop talked about streaming. I actually messaged him. He never replied. He didn't even read my message, I don't think. Old Card Shop's too famous for me. I was gonna raid him if he was live, but late in gaming. 24-hour stream. So they're 4 hours into a 24-hour live stream? I don't know how it works if I raid someone who doesn't have it enabled, maybe you guys just get stuck in a limbo. This one's got a few less viewers, so let's raid this one. The other one has a few more viewers, so let's these ones said they're doing 24 hours here, so let's see if we can raid them and bump their numbers up a little bit. We've got a little more than double what they have, so it might have some kind of an actual effect. Let me see if I remember how to do it midstream. Let's see. I go to my live stream. I stream from OBS, so I don't stream from within YouTube. I think it's easier if you stream from within YouTube. But I'm going to try my best to raid somebody. When I end, you may or may not end up at Latent Gaming. Adding a redirect. They do not have it enabled. So I can't raid them. Let me check the other one then. Danny, how much to purchase a license to use that phrase? I mean, you're already using it without a license, so I'm not gonna sue you over it. You're good to go. What was it called again? Looking forward to your recap video, Dan. Was curious to hear the final results. I probably won't say the exact number. For the last couple, I haven't said the exact number anymore. But I can message you, Weedle. I'd be interested to hear where you. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Like Java is sharing his whole thing, and some people do, but I'm getting to the point where I don't want to share everything anymore. I'll share my annual. I'll share my global annual, part consignments, part everything. But getting too specific about all of it is too much. Where'd that other one go? Poke Exploring. Poke Exploring. Why can I not find it? Okay. Thank you for sending it again. I put an E in it. Poke Exploring. Here we go. Let's see if they have it enabled. If they don't have it enabled, I'm probably going to give up. They do have it enabled. So I'm going to send you guys over to Poke Exploring. With that, I'm going to wrap up. I guess when you end up over there, I don't know, 50 likes and they give away a Mewtwo promo. They're 2 likes away. So go over there, rate them, get them a couple likes, get them to give away that Mewtwo promo. I think they probably have a link somewhere to buy packs. Go hang out, watch them 151 be ripped. I hope everyone has a great day, great weekend. I will... Oh, let me make sure I save it. I will catch you all later, and hopefully you'll end up over at Poke Exploring. Thanks, everyone.